up, guys? Welcome back to Healthy Recipe. Today we're going to be making a vegan cauliflower ceviche. Ceviche is traditionally made with white fish like corbina or also flounder, different types of turbot and flatfish. In Peru, usually they use lime and onions and marinate it, but we're going to veganize the recipe. We're going to be using cauliflower. It's going to be absolutely delicious, super colorful and nutritious. So let's get right to work. Alright, so this is what we're using for ingredients today. Tomatoes are normally not used in Peruvian ceviche. Some other countries like Mexico do use tomatoes and also avocado. This is just going to be like my own variation of it. It's by no means traditional, of course. We're using cauliflower, so that tells you something. So for ingredients, we got about 1.5 cups of diced tomatoes. 1 large head of cauliflower. This is probably about 1.5 pounds. I got about 1/2 cup of avocado. About 3 tablespoons of minced fresh cilantro. Sea salt, and this sea salt has some dried crushed chilies in it, so it's a little spicy. You could use just regular sea salt if you want. You could also add jalapenos into this if you want some fresh heat. I got 1 large red onion that I minced really fine. You could use more or less onion depending on your tolerance and how much onion you like. I love fresh onion, and also we're getting a lot of nutritional benefits from it being raw. I got 2 whole limes, and here we have about 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger that we're gonna press through a garlic press and break it down using the recipe. And I have 2 large cloves of fresh garlic that have been peeled. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get everything out of the way, and we're gonna start cutting the cauliflower. All right, so the cauliflower, we're gonna just get this big green thing off the bottom, and I'm gonna use a paring knife here. And this stuff that is left over, you can do 2 things with it. If you have a garden, you can compost it, feed it back into your system so it actually acts as fertilizer for your plants. You can just let it break down, bury it. Or you can take this, what I do a lot of times is all these odds and ends, bits and pieces, I take it and I make veg stock. Once I make veg stock, I take that water out, and then I take this and compost it. So nothing goes to waste. Alright, so we're going to break these down into big florets first. Alright, so you see here we got some big chunks of cauliflower. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to cut them into small bite-sized pieces. They're going to be irregular. Just like that. And cauliflower is amazing nutritionally as far as vitamins and minerals, fiber, all that good stuff. But very low in calories. So if you're trying to lose weight, this is something that you definitely want to eat more of in your diet. It's a great filler. Not a lot of calories. If you guys want to see my cauliflower buffalo wings recipe, I'll link it above. It's one of my favorites. I actually like it better than chicken wings, and before I was vegan, I really loved chicken wings. It was actually like my favorite. So if you guys want to see that, I'll link it. And also I have a Manchurian cauliflower that I'll also link, which was amazing over white rice. So good. Like a sweet, tangy Asian sauce. It's really, really delicious. Alright, so as you can see, we've broken down the cauliflower into small little bite-sized pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in some boiling water just for about 4 or 5 minutes to blanch it, soften it up a little bit. And while this is happening, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our ceviche marinade. So there we go. Kind of a little bit full in that pot, but that's fine. We'll let that go while we're doing our marinade. That'll be cooking. Alright, so in a clean bowl, we're going to go ahead and take our tomatoes, our onions, the juice of 2 limes, and do not use the fake lime bottle stuff. You will ruin it. So if you're gonna use lime juice, never use that stuff. Rule number 1, that stuff is terrible. Ruin any recipe, and you can definitely taste the difference. So use real limes, please. Fake lime juice, deal breaker. Alright. It's gonna be nice and zesty. This is something that you serve cold as a side. You could serve this as a salad or like rice and beans or something, or you could eat it by itself. Super nutritious. I'm gonna take our garlic, press it through so it breaks down to really tiny pieces. And it enhances the flavor of this dish. Not only enhances the flavor, but you got the allium group adding a whole bunch of beneficial nutrients into this recipe. Garlic is really a superfood, but if it's raw, once you cook it, then it loses a lot of its properties. Same thing goes with onion. If you cook it, then it's not the same. So this is a great opportunity to get some garlic and onion into your diet to bring those medicinal properties. Not to mention, this is delicious. Alright, so we got our ginger in there and our garlic. Alright, so we got that in there. Now we're going to go in with our fresh cilantro. This is going to give an amazing freshness and flavor. I'm going to take our avocado, and this is not a real avocado. This is called a slim avocado, which is like a Florida avocado. It's lower in fat, but this is what we had on hand, so this is what we're going to use. They were on sale, and you guys know me, I love my sales. So we're going to cut it like that, little tiny cubes, and this is going to add some creaminess that's not part of a normal traditional ceviche, but it'll be delicious in here. And like I said, Mexican ceviche uses avocado. They also use tomatoes. So we're gonna mix all of this together, allow that lime to really seep into these veggies and draw some of the juice from the tomato out with some salt. And this is gonna make this beautiful juice of lime juice, tomato, cilantro, onion, everything in there. So when we add our cauliflower and marry it together, it's gonna be an explosion of fresh flavor. This already smells amazing. Makes you just want to take a spoon out and eat it. Almost similar to like a salsa or a pico de gallo. Normally, traditionally, it's served with sweet potato in Peru on a leaf lettuce, and then with some corn, some big corn grains on the side. So here we go. We're gonna let the cauliflower cook a little more, and then we'll add it in. Alright guys, so here's the cauliflower. Basically what I did was I ran it through some cold water, strained it, and then put it in some cold water, and then strained it again to cool it off. So now we're going to go ahead and add it. Right now it's like at room temperature. I'm going to go ahead and add that in, and we're going to give it a good mix. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get a big spoon. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mix it all together. Look at these beautiful colors, guys. And this is like super low in calories. I mean, cauliflower, you know, no calories. You could eat this all day long and it's not going to make you gain any weight. So if you're trying to lose weight or if you're trying to eat light, nutritious foods, this is very nutritionally dense. It has a lot of nice benefits as far as nutrients, and very low in calories. So throw a little bit more salt in there. And you can throw some fresh jalapenos in here. They will go perfect. I just didn't have any on hand. And it's too hot here in Florida for my plants to really produce any peppers. So, but we're gonna change all that. I got a greenhouse coming for growing peppers indoors. So, I'm gonna have them in the summer. All right, so there's the dish. There's basically what it looks like. Super zesty and flavorful. I'm gonna go ahead and serve it. This is how normally they serve ceviche somewhat. They serve it in a lettuce leaf with sweet potato and this corn, toasted corn, and then a steamed corn. But we're gonna do it different because this is vegan ceviche and we're doing it our own way. So we're gonna serve it. This is actually a cabbage leaf just for aesthetics, to make it look pretty. And to kind of look a little bit like the original ceviche. I mean, I know it's not fish, but it looks really, really beautiful with all that color and nutrition. So there is my recipe for Peruvian, well, not really Peruvian, for vegan ceviche. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to give us a thumbs up and share it so we can continue growing healthy recipes across the world. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you really soon on the next one. All right, guys, so here is the moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and dig right in. I almost don't want to break this apart. It's so pretty, but try to get a little bit of avocado in there. Give it a taste. Wow. The fresh lime, the cilantro, delicious, got a nice zing to it. It's salty, beautiful tasting, super fresh. I mean, this reminds me of ceviche 100%. Beautiful fresh flavors coming through. You guys really gotta give this recipe a try. It'll be better tomorrow from sitting in the refrigerator. This will last up to 3 or 4 days. You can still eat it 5 days, probably even a week. It'll still be super delicious.